morning. I'm out here Christmas Eve pulling in the slabs, guys. Oh man, look at the size of that one. That's a good one. The old slab snatcher snatches them right up, boys. That's a good one. Old fat belly. That's full of eggs, I'd say. Let her go in there and do her thing. If you want to do this, give me a call there, Gerard's Tackle by Captain Robin. I'll bring you out here and we'll catch some of these specks. See if I can snatch another one up out of there, guys. I've got my microphone, so the audio is going to be kind of tough this morning. I'll try to talk a little bit louder, but like I said, this is Christmas Eve. Not really a stump to it. They're just kind of, this cold weather is kind of sucking it in. It just feels real heavy. See if there's another one down that clump. Yep, there is another one. Oh my gosh. Holy mackerel, look at the size of this speck. I'll tell you something, this speck right here, you don't hardly see these anymore. This speck's got horns on it. Them slab snatchers even catch catfish. Oh, Mr. Catfish. He thumped it. Like he wanted to eat it. I'm about to get the needle nose on that one, guys. But yeah, Christmas Eve. Out here on Lake Okeechobee. And just taking my time. Like I always say, it's like ice fishing. If I can find a hook. There it is. Golly. I'll tell you something. Holy cow. One thing about it, Captain Robin sets a hook. He sets the hook now. Look at that. That daggone speck has horns on it. See if there's anything else down in there. Yeah, like I said, I forgot my microphone this morning, so I have to talk a little bit louder so you can hear. Water's a little bit churned up. Go around every little reed. This is all they've got left to relate to out here is these reeds. I mean, they've killed everything. They've killed all the hyacinth. They've killed just killed all the grass on Okeechobee. Eelgrass. Just done a number on this lake as far as vegetation. They're continuing to do it. A lot of money, and a lot of money. You're not going to get them to stop. They've been trying to get them to stop for years, and they're not going to stop. They're going to kill everything. All they just want this for water source here. And I'm not so sure they've sprayed so much chemicals in here. I'm not so sure it's good for that, to tell you the truth. Killing all this vegetation. Of course, they'll always justify, spraying them chemicals. That ain't going to hurt you, ain't going to hurt you. I remember when the guys in Vietnam, they spraying Agent Orange, they said that wasn't hurting them. I'm telling you, anytime you're spraying poison into the water, it's not good. But it's not going to stop. Let's see if we can pull another speck out of here. To show you, I always do before you even start. But I knew what it was here, but I'm going to tell you before you start jigging. Go this up just a little bit. Before you start jigging, always Always check your depth. Get your pole right down there. I'm telling you, that's deep. It's right there. That's 9, 10-foot pole, so it's 8 foot deep right here. And you see where my jig's at? It's right there on bottom, and I bring it up about a foot off bottom. I'm using an 8-pound test, guys. Oh, there's another 8-pound test, guys, and just make sure you're on bottom. That's the biggest thing. Catch these things. It's not rocket science. It's and out here on the lake, there's hundreds of miles of these reeds all over the lake, and just pull in them on and just start, jigging. I mean, just go real slow. Like I said, I have never been on this. I mean, here I've never fished this. Just because all these reeds have specks in them. You just find them. Some they're just a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot in them, and once you find those, you'll catch them. All right, let's try her again, man. See what happens. Every once in a while, you'll pull into a place like this and just tear them up. This is, like I said, December 24th, 2023. It'll just keep getting a little bit better out here on the lake, as long as we don't have no major storms that muddy it up real bad. I really enjoy that thump though. They ain't thumping it too much. I mean, you just kind of pull up and it feels heavy in this cold weather. As it goes on, they'll really get aggressive and start really thumping it. You know, when they're 8 foot down too, though, you got to really set the hook. I mean, when you feel one on there, you got to really set the hook and start bringing him up out of there, because he'll wrap around these reeds. If it's a pretty good size, they're hard to get out. We've got 3 fish out here. There ought to be one more in here, I would think. And you can see, as far as I can, in the ramp was full this morning. Scott Driver and Okeechobee. As far as I can see, down that way, as far as I can see that way, and that way, there's not another boat. I'm catching fish, guys. I'm going to tell you, there's miles and miles of fishing out here on Lake Okeechobee. Just pull into these reeds if you like to speck fish. Take your time, and you'll catch them. I usually pull in there and I'll just start, I call it like slicing a pie. I just start going to every different little clump of reeds and just go all the way around. Then pull, if I don't do any good, I just pull up a little bit. Just continue to do that, just keep all the way out through here. it open or like this, I kind of swim that jig around in there a little bit, just kind of pull it back and twitch it again, and try to cover as much territory as I can, just like swimming that jig. You know, just don't throw it down there and vertically jig it up and down. You know, kind of just swim it around. They'll get it, they'll hit it. Don't tie that jig directly to the hook either, like I've showed you there. I put a loop in it so that jig's, you know, flat, and it kind of moves that jig up and down, and more of a natural look. That's how I do it. I mean, everybody does it their own way. That's how I do it. I tie one on. I don't tie it right directly to the eye. I put a loop down at the bottom of it, so that jig will kind of move around a little more natural. Does it help? I don't know. Helps me, it seems like. I mean, it might not make any difference, but it's like anything else. It's what you get confidence in. Alright, I'm going to try it right here, right? One hole here. And I'm going to move on up. Power pole's up. Move up a little bit. About 5 feet. Put the power poles back down. Jig. And I didn't bring them this morning, but like if I was wanting to mess a fish, I'd have brought two to 4 mini rods, and while I'm jigging like this, I'd have set them mini rods in there, on 2 of them on that side and 2 of them on this side, and you know, if I was meat hunting and it got me a mess of fish, you know, with catching it 3 fish here, I wouldn't have left right here for probably a half hour, 45 minutes. Just kind of worked it out real good, because there's fish in here. Sometimes they don't want rubber, or metal or plastic. You know, sometimes they want the real deal. They want minis. kind of keeps the bait moving around, which kind of, I think, helps the fish stay active. I'm not sure what the major and the minor is today on the moon. There's a lot to that too. Yeah, just swimming around that hole. And if there's one relating to one of them little reeds right there, just, you know, move it up there right beside it, kind of pick it up, set it down a little bit. Don't get no bite, just kind of move it over to the next one. Do the same right there. Like I said, don't get in a big hurry. Which a lot, you know, it's hard to do it sometimes. You kind of think like a deer hunt. You know how you're standing out there in a deer stand, you look across there, and man, that looks like that'd be a better place to stand if a deer comes in there, you know. And you get over on that other point, and where you stand over there, you see one going running. Same way with this crappie fishing. Take your time, stay one place for a while, and see if you can catch it. You know, don't be in a big hurry or run down the reed line. Just take your time. But look at all the different cover right here to fish. I mean, really. If you pull in a place and you catch 2 or 3, you want to stay there. But usually there's more than 2 or 3 there. Alright. With that, I'm going to move up. Put that nose of the boat in the wind too, because it kind of helps me stay in one place. Even with the power poles down, it kind of turns you around a little bit. Took two gentlemen out yesterday. We caught 21, and only caught 21, but my gosh, they were good size. I mean, they were big specks, and they were going to smoke them. I haven't ever heard of anybody smoking them, but they asked me about it. I said, I don't know. Specks you don't have to do anything to, really. I mean, they're good eating. You know, just take them home, fry them up, you know, fresh. Ice fishing for specks on Lake Okeechobee. Like I said, you just, when you pull in, I mean, when we went about 10 foot in here, you pull into a spot like this, just go right into the hole, right into their house, right on the dinner table, guys, and you'll catch them. I mean, just like I said, take your time, and you'll catch them. You want to come out here and learn how to do it, or just give me a call there at Garage Tackle. Talk to Leaf, Joey, Boo Boo, or Caleb, and they'll set you up a trip, just like ice fishing. You fellas from up north come down here. You've ice fished. How you get in? You drill that friggin' hole down there, you know, and you put your hummingbird fish finder down there, your flasher, and you see them. Same way here. You just find a hole, go clear to the bottom, come up a little bit, twitch it, kind of swimming around there if it's open enough. If you don't do any good, pick it, you know, like I said, pick your bait clear back up to your eye and stick it back in that hole and twitch it. And don't twitch it like you're going to knock the bottom out of it, but, you know, just barely move it around. And when you feel that bite or you feel that heaviness, set that hook like you're going to pull the plug in the lake. I mean, really set it. Put the steel to him, because you're down there 8 foot. And I've got, this is big game, trialing big game, 8-pound test. And you're going to have a lot of stretch. You're going to have a lot of stretch in that line, so you've got to really set the hook hard to get them. And you can come out here and get you a mess. If you really want to get a mess, like I said, get you a couple extra poles, get you, stop there to Garage Tackle, get you a bucket of minis, and put you some mini rigs out here, right alongside it. And go ahead and jig around here, jig for 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and then move. It ain't rocket science, guys. It's just patience. Patience, don't get in a big hurry. And if you like fishing, you'll like this thump. If you've never done it before, you'll like the thump. Like I said, I don't see a boat. I can see down there about 3 or 4 miles that way. Probably 5 miles out, and I don't see a boat nowhere. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of these places out here too. You don't have to fish in a crowd, guys. It's like anything else, though. You got to have confidence, and once you get out here and do this a few times, you'll have confidence. Once you catch a few, don't chase somebody else's bite. You all can do this yourself. You don't have to see 3 boats over there and run over to them boats, and you can find your own fish. I mean, it ain't nothing to it. If there's reeds, cover, eventually there'll be specks of crappie in there. And eventually they're going to move into the Kissimmee River too. I see some people jigging when I come out of the Kissimmee River this morning out here to Okeechobee. I've seen some people fishing along the bank, so they must be kind of moving in there too. And which that's a good place to get them. Oh, look at the size of this one. Boys and girls. Oh my cow. Ice fishing on Lake Okeechobee, guys. I'm telling you. You can't beat it. Just can't beat her, guys. 2023, Christmas Eve. Look at the size of these things. Big old bellies on them. These are big old females. They're coming in here to do their thing. The males have already been here, or in here, and these females have moved in. But yeah, if you want to do this, give me a call, Captain Robin. Go through Garage Tackle if you would, please. Just ask for me, and I'll bring you out here, and you guys can do this. Anybody can do it. I brought 7, 8-year-old kids out here and done this, and they just love it. You know, after the first year, when that snow starts hitting up north, you've killed a couple deer, and you want to get out of that cold weather. You know, hop on a plane or drive down here and take your wife over on the Gulf, or take her over on the Atlantic and on the beach, and y'all come over here and fish for some specks with me. You know, stop in there at Garage Tackle, and they'll set you up with me. If you want to bass fish, can bass fish too. I'll bass fish with you. They've got like 9 or 10 guides out of Gerard, so if you want to go, you know, you'll have a chance to go. There you go, big guy. All right. Let's regroup here. Regroup.